are repeatedly made, they make a big difference. The law of incremental growth states that one step at a time you move towards the ultimate goal. How does it happen? Consider this example. You may have heard of it. There were two friends, Ram Dutt and Shiv Dutt. They were given a choice. Either take $3 million today or take 1 penny which will keep doubling for 31 days. So Ram Dutt said, $3 million? Arey, karta lagat, a bird in hand is better than two in the bush. And Shiv Dutt said, no, I'll go for the doubling penny. After 5 days, Shiv Dutt had reached 16 pence. You see, the second day it became 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. So Ram Dutt is gloating away, I've got 3 million, you've got 16 pence. What a wrong choice you made. After 10 days, now it became 32, 64, 128. He has reached $5.12. $5.12 in front of 3 million. My God, you had absolutely no sense to go for such an alternative. After 20 days, he has reached $5,243. Still nowhere near 3 million. Ram Dutt is confident, my decision was the right one. But that keeps on doubling. And on the 29th day, he has reached $2.7 million. It's a compounding growth. He is drawing close. Ram Dutt says 2.7. On the 30th day, he is overtaken with 5.4 million. And on the 31st day, he has blown him away with $10.7 million. This is how a little change done continuously over time makes such a big difference. Now, apply this to your life. Consider, there are 3 friends. Now to Ram Dutt and Shiv Dutt, you add one Vishnu Dutt as well. They are all in their early 30s. They are recently married, a little bit plump they are, but nothing out of shape. They all have got nice steady jobs in the middle management level, about 80,000 a year. Life is going on all right for 3 of them. Now they make a little correction in their life. Ram Dutt started coming for Swamiji's life transformation program, where he learned the art of mind management and received some inspiration and some knowledge about good health. So he became conscious that health is wealth. He decided, I will reduce my intake of calories by 125 every day. That's not a big deal, right? 125 calories less. And also for half an hour, he is listening to Swamiji's art of mind management and getting inspired through YouTube. So his mentality, his perspective is changing. Now on the other hand, Vishnu Dutt did a reverse correction. He learned how to cook cakes and pastries, and his friends and relatives loved it. So once in a week he calls them for a party, and he is into cooking, so he has increased his intake of calories by 125 every day. Again, not a big deal, 125, how does it matter? But His extra spare time while Ramdutt is watching Art of Mind Management, Vishnudutt is watching thrillers on TV. So what, half an hour waste of time? Chalta hai. Shivdutt, he is remaining as he is. Now after 5 months, if you see this Ramdutt and Shivdutt and Vishnudutt are practically the same. They made a little correction, it's not visible anywhere. What is the difference? But it keeps on adding up day after day, month after month, year after year. After 18 months, the difference is visible. Ramdutt's eyes are brighter. His health seems to be in better shape. He seems to be becoming little slim and trim. And Shivdutt is remaining like the same. But Vishnudutt seems to be getting a little out of shape. The effulgence on his face is disappearing, etc. After 31 months, the difference is so visible. Ramdutt has lost 20 pounds and he is fit. Shivdutt, he is the way he was. And Vishnudutt has gained 20 pounds. But the matter doesn't stop out here. There's a ripple effect from that. Because he has gained 20 pounds, now he needs more sleep. So in the morning when he has to wake up and go to office, he becomes groggy. And that's why his performance in this cutting-edge environment has reduced. The consequence is his boss is annoyed with him and pulls him up. Your performance is not up to mark, your job is in danger. When he comes back home from office, he is stressed out. How does he entertain himself? Through the thrillers on TV. He never heard the art of mind management, so he doesn't have the tools of how to manage his mind. And the consequence is that the only way he can take out his stress is to become a couch potato. He sits in front of the TV and drowns his tensions by looking at thrillers. And those thrillers don't solve his problem in any case. But this is also bearing upon his marital relationship, because his wife understands he is no longer the same person. And she feels that the distance is getting created. She is also responding by more cold behavior. So the relationship has got strained. And naturally, because of the increased weight, the health has reduced. Now imagine on day 1, when he made a little change, would you ever have thought that the situation would reach this point one day? And on the other hand, take a look at Ramdutt, the little correction he made. He is now in good health. He has his mind in a perfect state. So he is very amenable. People realize that positive energy, they connect with him easily. Because he is so inspired, he performs better at work, and his boss realizes that he is going places. There was an opening in the company, Ramdutt was offered the job and he is now risen ahead. And he is well respected everywhere in society, doing well with his family. All is going well. And on the other hand, you take a look at Shivdutt, he made no changes, he is just remaining the same. Sometimes he gets bored day in and day out, the same thing. In this way, the little steps that we take, in the long run, they add up to a huge difference. Invariably, people overestimate the change they can do in one day. They overestimate. Oh, Swamiji said this, let me do it. And doesn't happen, I can't do it. So they think in one day they'll go from sinner to saint. And when it doesn't happen, they become disappointed. So people are overestimating what change they can do in one day. But they are underestimating what a little change when repeated over time can make a difference to your life. Consider this analogy. When the plane takes off from Dallas, the DFW airport, to Seattle, it has to be on course. If it changes course by 3 degrees, it will not end up in Seattle. It will end up somewhere else. So in this way, we need to make the changes in our life with these small, small decisions. And that is where we don't understand their importance, because they seem so small. The first day when you had a drink of alcohol, if it immediately created a cirrhosis of the liver, nobody would ever touch it. But on one day's basis, there seems to be no difference. The first day when you had that double ice cream, if the extra fat caused a heart attack, then nobody would ever take a double ice cream. The first day you puffed a cigarette, if your face gained another 20 years, nobody would ever smoke. The changes are so small that we don't seem to realize. But these small changes start adding up. First, we make the choices. And then the choices we have made, they make us. They start adding up and the momentum builds up. This is called the big mo. A little thing becomes big later on. Just consider the merry-go-round on which we used to play as little children. There was this fulcrum and the disc which was put on it. The children first, when they start pushing, because of the frictional resistance, it's difficult to make it gather momentum. You have to push hard. But slowly it starts moving. And then it's moving faster and faster, and the child is running until that merry-go-round is flying. The child lifts her feet onto it and is sailing along with the merry-go-round. The momentum has been built. In case it slows down, all that's required is put one foot down, give it a kick and come back again. In the same way in life, the little decisions, when they are repeatedly made, they make a big difference.